My name is Andy Wild and I'm the course manager for the pop music course and the music production course. Here at Huish you can study a foundation diploma in music production or a foundation diploma in popular music, which is worth the same as 1.5 A-levels. Or if you love music and it's amazing, then you can study both subjects and come out with an extended diploma, choosing which pathway you want to specialise in the second year.
Since about year 7 in secondary school I started playing music, and since then music has been such a big passion of mine. So to come to college and have a course that's full-time music, and it's just incredible. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going to go for it, and it's one of the best decisions I've made so far.
I love the course at Huish just because everyone gets so involved in all the bands, and if you go in a different room there's always something else going on and some completely different genre to the other room you're in, so that's why I enjoy it.
The bit I like most about the course is just messing around with effects and with the raw audio to try and make the music your own.
So if you want to study the pop music course, you'll be doing this because you love performing, you love songwriting, you love just being up on stage and, playing all your music to as many different people as possible. You can be a drummer, a bass player, guitarist, keyboard player, singer, whatever. As long as you like performing, that is the perfect course for you. If you're on the more kind of production side of things, you'll be more interested in things behind the scenes. So working in the recording studio, using a DAW to record, create and manipulate sound. And you might want to record albums, you might want to go and do some live sound engineering, anything on the more technical side of things. Now, if you just love music so much that you just love all aspects, then what you want to do is the extended diploma, which combines the performance side of things, the production side of things. You do it all together. You can write your music, record your music, and then you can go off on tour and promote your music. If you're studying music production, we split it up into different sections. So you will do the recording and production element, where you'll learn how to use the different recording studios here, which are amazing. You will learn how to use a DAW. We use Logic here, but we've also got Ableton, and you'll learn how to compose music, how to create music, how to do remixes, and how to manipulate sound. Then you kind of look onto the kind of synthesis modules where you create your own sound, so you can start becoming, unique as you as an artist. And also things like sampling, maybe even Foley work for film music, the whole range of things you can do using music production as your main kind of tool. If you're on the pop music course, then it's going to be more about performance skills. So we'll look at things like creating content, so writing your own music, being in a band. We do a gig in the first kind of week of college where we put you all in different groups and you'll go and perform at the end of that week. You will then change bands probably, and then we'll go off on tour round the county playing in different venues.
In music production we do a lot of work on Macs, in Logic Pro, and we create a lot of our own stuff, or we do remixes. And sometimes we'll be down here in the studio recording pop music students or ourselves. In pop music we basically rehearse a lot, all the time, 3 hours dedication to be prepared for our gigs. And then we'll have songwriting lessons as well. And that's just to develop us as musicians on the extended diploma course, just so we can push ourselves to our fullest ability and so we can write our best songs.
You're constantly doing stuff and teachers are constantly throwing stuff at you, and it's, if you're doing one thing, they're like, oh, can you do that on top of that, can you do that on top of that, and it's great, it's really good, it's really challenging, it's really good.
My lessons, they normally start off with the teacher explaining something, so it's either a new project or just some new effects, and it's all quite individual, which is something I quite like about it. It's not like you got to do this certain thing, it's you do your own thing.
A typical lesson in music production could mean a variety of things. A lot of the first couple of terms of the year are basically all about skill development. So you'll be shown how to use the bits of kit that we have and then given time to experiment with those and small projects so you can build up your confidence in using those things. You'll have lessons down in the recording studios, so you're given all the knowledge that you need to actually record a band in there and then go and mix that. You'll get the chance to kind of use loop pedals. So it's all really practical stuff. So you'll be shown how to use something and then given time to experiment with those things. And we're always there just to help you along the way if you get stuck. In pop music, lots of lessons are very practical. So you'll be in your groups, getting ready for gigs and things like that. The more kind of classroom-based lessons, you'll be working on your websites and editing video footage so you can kind of get the best content on there as possible. You might be doing some songwriting workshops. It's all very practical, And it's all based around the groups, whether you're a solo artist, a duo, or a band. We'll also look into the music industry. So we have guest speakers that come in and talk about what they do in the music industry. So for instance, we've got an ex-student coming in from Abbey Road Studios. He studied here and found his way into a job in Abbey Road Studios, which I'm really quite jealous about. We've had people that are session musicians coming in, people that go and work on cruise ships, managers, and it will basically give you an insight into what it is like in the industry. Now those lectures are open to all students, all vocational music students, to give you an idea about what the kind of thing you could do as a career in music. You'll look at different styles of music, how you maybe write music in different styles, how you perform in different styles. We'll look at creating your social media pages. You produce an EPK, for instance, with videos, with blogs and things like that, and design your own website so you can start marketing yourself to the world. You can get involved in all the music enrichments that we do here, so you could be in a big band or a string group or a folk group or any of those ensembles that we offer. But it's all about you growing as an artist or as a band. So everything that we do is basically enrichment. It's amazing. So in terms of trips and things that we do, we're really lucky to have some really big festivals and things that get in touch with the college, and we get to go and experience life as an engineer or as a member of a crew and things. So we've had students go and work at the Tunes in the Dunes Festival as roadies, as engineers, all kinds of things. And then we've got the Glastonbury connection, which we've had for years, which is incredible. So you can go and work at the John Peel stage, and we do the filming, we do the meet and greet of artists and things like that. We had students working on the Gully stage as well, and they rigged the whole stage and they were engineering, and a few of them were employed after the festival to go and work on some different gigs at the end of the day.
It's more of a friendship than it is like a split between teacher and student. Like, teachers are always happy to help you, and like if you ever got a problem or anything, or if you need help. And I think that's the biggest thing about making it fun, because if you have that kind of connection, you're not stressed about your work or stressed about what you should be doing.
The teachers are really friendly, like they're really accepting of like whatever kind of music you like. Like I listen to a lot of Japanese music, so a lot of teachers might be like, Japanese, but like my teachers are like, yeah, go for it, make that sort of music.
My pop music teacher comes in and plays bass guitar for us sometimes, and it's just that kind of environment that they make you feel happy and comfortable in.
So this course is really, really practical. So practical that there are no exams involved, but you will be expected to perform or create an EP or something, and we assess you on the practical work that you do. In the second year of the course, depending on whether you are going down the performance route or the production route, you get to choose whatever project you want to do. So it might be recording an album, it might be the writing of that album, you could be the producer of that album. It depends on which area you want to get involved in, but it can be kind of built around your skills and what you want to do, and maybe what you want to do in the future. And it's a very collaborative course, so it might be, if you're a music production student, you might record a pop music band, and you're assessed on how well you record it and how well you produce their album or EP. And if you are the pop music student, it'll be all about how you write those songs and how you perform those songs for the recording. So it's a win-win.
If I were to go to university, it would probably be for music production. I think that would get me the furthest, or maybe game design and then doing music for games, and then I could make my coursework kind of match that.
From a personal perspective, I'd love to be a full-time performing musician, like selling out stadiums and stuff like that. So I love the chance to like get out of college and play gigs. Like last week and the week before, we were doing gigs and we were like out in South Pemberton playing at the David Hall, and it's just the best feeling in the world.
So when you're not in lessons, you can book the recording studios, you can book a practice room, and you can work with your groups. So if you're in a duo, you can work with them, or to get ready for the next gig, or whether you're going to be in the recording studio. It's like one big family in the music department, because we're all working together to do something which is just incredible. So we will all help load up the van, we'll set up for the gig, do the gig, there'll be millions of people there going, woo, isn't that amazing? And then we'll pack down, all go home, jobs are good. And so there's lots of time for everyone to feel supported and feel like they're included in what is like our little music industry here.
I think go for it because it's far more enjoyable than people think. And it's made to seem that there's so much written work. And honestly, there's not that much written work. It's just playing, and people thoroughly enjoy it. There's a lot more playing than people think, so it'll be really good.
I love it. It's not like school where you get up and you're like, oh, I don't want to go. It's like, I'm quite happy to get up, get the bus, come here, because it's always a fun day. I always love it, yeah.
All of the teachers on the course are involved in the music industry, whether they are performers or they have their own studios or make their own instruments, because we all love music so much. So we really want you to come and kind of join in with that passion. We really look forward to seeing you soon. And if you've got any questions, please give me a shout.
I'm definitely glad I chose music production. I just really love this course.